Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be about fitness myths. Let's talk about all those things that people tell you all the time that are just not true. I decided to pick this video that's from 3 whole years ago, but the information that's in there is completely accurate and it's good for today's generation and today's age. Like, it aged well, that's what I'm trying to say. Also, a lot of these myths 3 years later, we still believe. So that's actually pretty incredible that we believe all this stuff still. Anyways, I'm just gonna dive right into it. I'll show you guys the videos and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on these lovely myths. Definitely though, go to their video and watch the whole thing. They've been doing this, it seems like, for a long time. They probably have even more knowledge than I have. I'm just putting my 2 cents in about what I think. But yeah, definitely go watch this video. It's really, really, really good information.
So one of my favorite is when it's the holidays, right? And you have that aunt or uncle that's just like, hey, I'm just trying to lose it, like right here, and they start pinching the lower abdomen. I'm like, oh great, you can't spot reduce the.
When it comes to weight training, it actually makes no sense. Why would you think that because you're doing a bicep curl that you can lose weight in your arms? Like, doing a bicep curl only targets muscle. That's the whole point of the gym, is targeting muscle. I'm not saying that that's like a bad thing. You're still going to burn calories. You're still going to get stronger. You're going to look better because you're stronger feeling, but you're not going to, it has nothing to do with fat. Weight training has nothing to do with fat. Okay. It's all about muscle, right? So like, why would we even think that it's going to that muscle is going to cause that fat on top of the muscle to reduce? It just doesn't make any sense. Fat and muscle are 2 completely different things. We have to start thinking about them that way. They're not together. This is 1 pound of fat, this is 1 pound of muscle. Okay? They're 2 different things. And they work differently. You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight, to lose body fat. Calorie deficit, you need to eat less than what you're burning. So you want to burn lots of calories and you want to eat just under what you're burning, okay? That's how you lose body fat. All right, next myth.
I love this one. One myth I hear all the time is that muscle weighs more than fat. A pound of bricks weighs the same as a pound of feathers.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I am totally guilty for this. I used to say this all the time, and I still sometimes say this just because it makes sense to me, but everyone still says this, and this will be said till the end of time. But muscle does not weigh more than fat. 1 pound of muscle is obviously 1 pound of fat. Okay, so let's look again at these lovely things here. This is 1 pound of muscle, and this is 1 pound of fat. Okay, look at the difference. But obviously, the muscle is leaner, takes up less space, it's higher in density than the fat. What would you rather have? Would you rather have the muscle in your body or the fat in your body? Obviously the muscle, because it takes up less space. But it obviously does not weigh more or less. So I get what they're trying to say though. That's what you mean when you say that, is that you look better, you're smaller. I get that. And so when people say that, I don't laugh at their faces or in my mind. Because like I said, I did it too. Because I think they know. I think they understand that, but you just gotta I guess, okay, think about the scale, right? If you are just weight training, you're going to gain muscle. So your muscle's going to get bigger and stronger. So you could actually, hypothetically, gain weight if you're not losing any body fat, which you actually can do. You can actually build muscle and not lose body fat. So the scale could be going up. Or your body fat could be going down really, really slowly. So the scale could still go up. So just know that. The scale is not 100% always going to be the best way to measure your progress. So many different ways to measure progress. Measurements are really, really, really good to do. The scale, if you can, try to do a body fat percentage. I know it's pretty hard. Most gyms don't have access to any of that. But if you can, do that. And those are going to be somewhat depictions of weight. And taking photos, as simple as that sounds, you can probably see the difference. Okay. I actually want to show you guys this. I found this fact online. 1 pound of fat burns 5 calories a day, where 1 pound of muscle burns 50 calories a day. That's a 45 calorie difference. So like obviously you want to gain muscle, right? Like with this theory, you'll burn more calories in general every day if you have more muscle on you. Right? So you want to gain muscle because you're automatically burning more calories. When I was in the best shape of my life, I was eating 2,500 calories a day. That was my maintenance. Like, I know that's high. Like, most girls probably don't get that high. I have a very, very high metabolism. 2,500 calories. Like, man, that was great. I could eat all the time. And I could, like, I had so much more, like, I had less restrictions because I had 2,500 calories. So I could still eat healthy majority of the day and then, like, have, like, three, like I don't know, 1 to 3 unhealthy snacks, and I wouldn't go over my calories because I can eat 2,500 calories a day. So, like, that also means I'm hungrier. So I literally was hungry like every hour. I literally would have somebody at work. She was laughing at me. I did a 12-hour night shift with her, and she was like, "Are you eating again?" And I don't take it to heart because, well, I was super fit and in like really good shape, and I personally like loved my body. So I wasn't offended, but I just laughed. I was like, yeah, like I'm hungry all the time. Like I can't stop eating. Let's move on now.
Building muscle isn't just for men.
Okay, I cannot believe that people still believe this in the 21st century after seeing a crap ton of women that weightlift on Instagram and like watching them on YouTube and TikTok. How do women still believe this myth that you're gonna get super, super jacked and bulky and like just look like, you know? How do you still believe that? Do you see a ton of women out there looking like that go to the gym? No, you go to the gym and a lot of the girls I see, at least in my gym, I don't know about your guys' gym, they're so petite and they're so tiny, like way tinier than me, like short wise and everything wise, like just very petite girls, and they're strong. Like I've watched them, they're strong. Like, okay, not watched them, oh that sounds like creepy, like I've glanced at them and I've seen their weight and it's not like they're weak. Like, it's 21st century. Stop believing this myth. I can't believe that people still think this. Do you guys like really understand how much work and how hard it is to get super muscular? It is so hard, especially for women. Like, we don't have testosterone like the guys do, and we cannot gain muscle like they can. And you have to work so hard. The people that you see that are super, super muscular, and I'm gonna say big, and I mean it as in like muscular big, work their asses off. I guarantee those people are like working like 2 to 3 hours a day. They have like their workouts strategically planned, or they have like a trainer or some kind of like amazing workout plan, and they're working their butt off. They're sweating, drenched, and like not giving up, and like super probably strict diets, or like don't really like have a life. They probably live and breathe fitness, these people, okay? Maybe not all of them, but I guarantee the majority of them do. They are purposely big for a reason. They want to be like that. Now, something I did want to point out, though, is, you know, like the bulky look, that's kind of what I call it, like where they have some fat on them, but they also look muscular. So I do see this type of girl, and this could happen. So pretty much what this is let's say you're a little bit bigger or mid-size, whatever. I don't even know what the right term is anymore, sorry. And let's say you are building muscle, but you're not losing any fat because you're not in a calorie deficit, which can happen. Now you're gaining muscle underneath your fat. So now you actually look bigger. Like in the mirror, you look bigger because you're gaining muscle and your fat stayed the same. What I would say to these girls, if their goal is to lose weight or aesthetic reasons, or like to be in a smaller body, if that's their goal, I would say don't focus so much on weightlifting, or don't focus so much on strength training, and getting muscular. Focus more on weight loss. And fat loss. So you're gonna want to like really look at your diet. You're really gonna want to like count calories if you can, like if you mentally can count calories, or just eat super healthy, like be strategic in your meal planning. to lose body fat first and then focus on strength after. So that doesn't mean don't do weights, because weight training still burns calories, still really good for your bones, really good for your joints. You want to weight train, of course. And like I said, muscle burns calories, right? So just having more muscle on you, you're going to burn more calories anyways. But you really want to pay attention to your diet. Maybe do some cardio in there. And if you can, just like eat lower calorie foods and more nutrient dense foods, so you hopefully eat less if you can't count calories, right? Then you're gonna lose body fat and you're going to like have that type of body that you want. All right, next myth: no pain, no gain.
That's a myth for sure. Soreness is the breakdown of muscle tissue. It's the chemicals released during that breakdown. It's not an indicator of, oh, I'm getting stronger or I'm getting weaker.
When you are first starting out a program, okay, you have, like you said, you have the neurological changes. That's where the muscle soreness comes from. When you start doing the program, your muscles get used to it and they're not as sore. It's not as like shocking to the body and the system. So they're not going to be as sore. It doesn't mean that you didn't work hard. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to gain muscle and that you're not going to lose fat. Like, it has nothing to do with it. So no, please do not like decide if your workout was good, whether like how sore you are in the next couple days. To really like see if your workouts are effective, there's so many other ways to do it. You can go like look at science-based stuff if you want, but here's just some things off the top of my head that I believe are really good indications of like a good workout. If you're doing muscle hypertrophy, you're doing 12 reps, right? So rep number 10 is hard, rep number 11 is hard, and rep number 12 is hard. All three of those last reps are hard, and like, but you still could do one or two. You have one or two left in the tank. Okay, you're not just like sitting there like, oh, 12, 10, 11, 12, done, right? You're like 10, 11, 12. Like, I know that's not like science-based at all, but it's true. Like, if after 12, you're pretty sore, like, you could do one or two more, but that's it. And then you can even test yourself. If you're doing muscle hypertrophy, go to 15, and if you can't do 15, probably a good weight. If you can go to 15, you actually might be doing like too less of a weight and you need to go up like 5 pounds or something like that. I'm sorry guys, I can't think of what like other ways to like prove you had a good workout. If you guys have any advice, please comment below and give people advice about other ways that you guys decide and you guys figure out if you guys have had a good workout. But that one example I gave you is a really, really good way of the weightlifting thing to see if you're doing it, and just like knowing if you're progressing in the gym slowly, then you're probably doing everything right. And if you're getting better or stronger, those are indications, of course, that you're doing things good. I honestly, like, I'm just having a brain fart. I'm sorry, guys. I really, like, wanted to give you more ideas, but that's all I can think of. You probably know, at the end of the day, when you're done your workout, you probably know if you had a good workout. I'm not saying you need to be on the floor dying, right? Because then you might not be able to work out the next 2 days, and that's not good either. You want to have, like, right in the middle. That's all the myths I have from this video. I have one last myth I had to talk about. The myth that carbs are bad for you. I still can't believe that we think this in today's world too. These people that are losing weight by doing low carbs or no carbs or keto are losing weight because they're like in a calorie deficit. They're eating less. That's the only reason they're losing weight. It's not because of the carbs. Okay, so I know that like the keto stuff, they do have like their scientific evidence-based stuff about keto and how it's good for you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know much about the keto and I don't really understand the science. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not even going to try to like come here and like terrorize the keto diet. But what I do know is that complex carbs are healthy for you. They're good for you. They give you nutrients that you need. They give you energy. They have fiber in them. Like examples, brown rice, oatmeal, and even the bloody potatoes that everyone's all scared about. They are healthy carbs. They are going to be just fine. And you're not going to gain weight and be unhealthy when you're eating carbs. It's just not going to happen. Your body needs them. Like, your body actually burns carbs first. So when you're in the gym, you want carbs. you probably want to even like have a carb meal before you go to the gym, like an hour or two before, because it's going to give you some energy and it's going to make you work harder in the gym. If you work harder in the gym, you're going to burn more calories in the gym. Carbs are good for you. I'm sorry. The other thing is, I believe carbs fill you up like more and longer. So if you're gonna eat carbs, it might have a little bit more calories in them, but you're gonna eat like an hour or two less than you would if you didn't eat them. So that means less calories because you don't eat as much because your body's full. Because you gave it nutrients and you gave it fullness and you gave it energy. Like, all those things are great. Carbs are also tend to be less expensive. Like, potatoes are dirt cheap. Brown rice is dirt cheap. Oatmeal is dirt cheap. Like, those are just some examples of complex carbs. Fruit, not as cheap, but like super delicious. And like, to me, like, has so much like natural sugar in it that like it's almost just as good as the candies and stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really like fruit. Probably equal, if not more, than like the junky unnatural sugars. They taste so good. They still fresh. They have water in them. They make you feel good when it's a hot day. Like eat the carbs, okay? It's gonna be okay. But I will end it there. I will stop my tantrum about carbs. You do you. If you absolutely hate carbs, I don't even know who you are. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Sorry, no offense. But if you don't like carbs, I guess, like, and that's the only way you can lose weight, and that's the only way you can feel good and have energy, do whatever feels good for you. But please, please, please don't think that you need to give up carbs just to lose weight. You don't have to give up all these lovely foods. That's all I'm trying to get at. But that is all I have for you guys today. Please comment below if you have any questions. If there's any myths that you guys like extremely, extremely hate. There are so many more myths out there. If you guys like this video, like it, comment, let me know, because I would love to do part 2 if this is like kind of content that you like. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I would love to have you guys. But yeah, that's all I have. So I will see you guys next time. See you later.